All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome to the Peninsula Public Access Board meeting for February 8th, 2022. It's now in session at 6:04. Just want to acknowledge that two people are not in attendance at the moment. We may be joined a little bit later by Charlie, and it sounds like Arthur will not be able to make it. They're both running late because of work. I'm going to share my screen and put up the agenda here. I think it's right there. Yes, share. All right, does anybody see that?
Yes.
All right, so I have called the order. I've done the roll call. Darren, you're taking notes, or we'll go back and take notes? Is that the plan?
I'm taking notes.
Okay. Can we adopt agenda? Oh, is this the meeting minutes? I'm sorry, hold on. Let's do the right one. Minutes. There we go. Can we get a so everybody's seen the agenda? Does somebody want to make a motion to adopt that?
Yeah, make a motion. Let's do it.
Seconded, I guess. I don't know how you do it when you only have 3 people. And using unanimous consent, if no one is opposed to this, those will be approved. All right. I hear nothing from anybody else, so we'll move on to item number 6, chair report. So in order of making these meetings go faster, I have written down the things that I wanted to share. Have people had a chance to look at them? I can skim them, and then we can talk about any questions anybody has. Does that sound like a good plan? All right, I'll just bring that up real quick. So I was hoping to talk about 4PA and their proposal. I believe hopefully everybody had a chance to read the email from Joe talking about what he wanted to do. I think it sounds pretty legit, and I think we should move forward, especially since I've heard from the insurance company how that would be covered. And that seemed to be the main point of interest for Arthur last meeting. So, but we'll cover that in the email. We'll just kind of table that. We'll try to do that in email, so it's documented. Big front on programming. I had a chance to learn all about programming from Eric, and I am now carrying that one on my shoulder as well. It's not terribly hard, but it's like taking a daily dose of medicine every day. I have to log in, make sure that Democracy Now! Is set up to play. So yeah, I want to figure out a plan that this is a responsibility that we can hopefully share, or we can find somebody or pay somebody to do it. It's not hard, it's just tedious. I heard from Tasting the Peninsula. I don't know if I said anything last week, but they back and forth, they're going to be airing their show on our channel as soon as they get back to me with the files. And I don't know if anybody's aware of what it is, but there's these 2 hosts, and they go around to different, they went to Essence Coffee, and they've been to some other places here in Clallam County, but all over the peninsula, and they interview people, talk about their businesses. It's a public access show. That's all I'll say there. And and the producer said she was interested in becoming a member because she's moving to SQM. So I thought that was nice. And Coffee with Colleen posts have been going well on Facebook. So they will start running on the channel, I think this Thursday. I'm going to be able to get the first one on channel 21, and then thereafter every Thursday, probably at 10 a.m. Okay. Outreach, the county. I had a great conversation with Mark Doughton. Is that how you say it, Anthony?
Doughton, yes.
Doughton. Okay, and he's super, super excited about working with us. He was going into a conversation with 2 of the vendors, and I gave him a bunch of stuff to ask. And so I haven't heard back from him, but I did put an email out to him today. So hopefully we'll find out more. I'll let you guys know on email if I do hear anything. And then I did a pilot with KSQM, the radio station in SQM, because they have so many interesting interviews, and they're really connected to the community as a community media entity, and just dialed into What's going on? Hold on. There's a chat. Let me just see. Oh, good. And let me make sure that I haven't missed anybody. Okay, everybody's here. So anyway, I thought they would just be like a great fit for Papa. And I did this thing where I recorded 2 shows using cameras of mine. And then I put them on Facebook and we cross-posted with them. So, and they got a lot of good views, and KSQM is really excited to take on this themselves. They're going to try to raise support to get cameras in there, and then I'll help them with the workflow and how to give us files that we can then run. So more to come on that. Does somebody use the studio in January? I'm very happy about that. And let's see, I'm also getting members asking questions about when their membership is due, and which the ball thread just came undone when that happened, and I realized we don't have a reliable membership database. The question of when they pay is super up in the air, so I'm hoping to like maybe create some structure to that and bring that to the board. I did go back and look and see who paying members were. Darian, I didn't even know you were a member. Thank you. Last year, I think you were one of the few board members who stepped up, so I appreciate that. And then we have a couple other people, but it's hard to know if they've paid in check or whatever. So I'm going to try to make something more bulletproof that anybody can access and figure out. But I think more to come. Does anybody have a preference as far as like when people should pay? Like, is it anniversary date or annual date? Brendan, I know you want to just bill them every month. Okay, well, I don't hear any strong opinions, so we'll come back to that. There's a chat. Yeah, I love chats. So yeah, monthly subs. I hear you. Okay, is cleanup. We talked about Charlie and I talked about cleaning up the first floor, and so I don't know if anybody's interested in doing like a Saturday. Let's just like kind of clear it out and then talk about what we can do. Maybe that's another email thing. I'm not going to waste time in the meeting with that because we don't have everybody here. Yeah, and then as far as social media, like views, minutes spent on our Facebook page was massively up, like 8,000% up when I started posting Coffee with Colleen and the stuff from KSQM. So I thought that was good progress. We did lose some subscribers. And yeah, so just hoping to make more connections with organizations who have strong Facebook followings. And we have I just found out today we have an Instagram page, but channel, whatever, but we don't have anything on it. So that will be something to talk about. What is our social media strategy going forward? All right, back to the minutes. Charlie's not here to do a treasurer's, oh, here. I guess we don't have to accept my chair report, but you guys are up to date. Charlie sent out the thing, the stuff. I did not see it, so I don't know what's going on there. I guess I'll have to go back and look. But the best piece of news regarding treasurer and our finances is that the city of Port Angeles came back and said, all your stuff is in order. We're going to stop holding you hostage. We'll give you your payments now. So that was, I shouldn't have said it that way, but I did. And so I really appreciate the city getting back to that and figuring that out. And so going forward, hopefully we will not run into this issue where we're not turning in annual reports and not getting the money that from subscribers. Yeah, any questions there? I guess I don't think we need to really approve that because Charlie's not here to tell us what he knows. Facilities, Darian, anything? Oh, update. Darian is not going to be the facilities manager anymore. He asked to just have one responsibility, being our secretary. I appreciate that.
I'm always willing to like help out and clean up and stuff, but it's not really the best fit for me, honestly.
All good. Yeah, so let it be noted that Darian, sorry, we talked about that after the meeting last time, but maybe we just make it official now that you are stepping down from that role. And I think at this point too, right now, I don't know that we need anything at the moment, considering COVID's still a reality and people are not really using our facilities at the moment. So, okay, I kind of give you the rundown on programming. So number 9, I think we can just gloss over unless anybody has any questions. I don't hear any. Okay, moving past, I gave you the rundown on social media. So we'll move that. Membership, I talked about that. So that brings us to old and new business, which I talked about, and we can't really do a lot. This is the fastest meeting ever, everybody. Thank you. I think new business, actually, we didn't talk about this, but I wanted to introduce Anthony. And Anthony, I'm sorry, this isn't a normal meeting. You're going to just think like, I'm going to maybe be joining this board that operates at lightning speed.
You guys are just so efficient. It's insane.
It's not always like this.
No, I would definitely understand. It's harder with a smaller board, having enough people to really make each of those votes really count, because you have 2 people who come back, and that's, you know, almost half your board that's could potentially be in disagreement. Totally understand.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you just having me on today so that I can come and kind of get a feel for where you guys have been, what you're doing, where you're heading, and of course all the conversations you and I have had have been really great. So
yeah, basically our primary objective is really providing the platform and management of the channel. And I know we dip our toe into content a little bit, but mostly we rely on people to create that content, local producers, which we have a few of, and we're looking to do more, maybe education and outreach to try to gather more of that in different ways, not just like, hey, here's a webinar and how to make a public access show. But yeah, do you have any questions for the group? I know we've had lots of conversations, so just so you know, yeah.
yes, Silas has been great about kind of filling me in. We've had a number of conversations over time, and you know, I'm glad I was finally able to make it to one of you guys' meetings. So thank you very much for having me in here, folks. Really, just as things are going, again, I'm not really sure what the rest of the process is about, you know, potentially joining the board here. But looking at your different billets, I guess I see that, you know, you have a facility spot that's opened up. A little bit harder of a guy from SQM to come over and do a whole lot of work over there in PA, but, you know, I'd definitely be interested in looking at, well, what all it is that you guys are looking at doing, kind of a little bit more of that plan here for the future, and seeing ways that perhaps I can lend a hand, perhaps I can fit in.
How about you just tell us a little bit about yourself? I think that's where we probably should start.
Okay. Anthony Martin, as Silas said, I'm the IT manager for the city of Sequim. I have been in the IT industry off and on, really going back to 1992. I think was when I got my first networking job, but done a lot of work in the past, working as a consultant for, you know, an e-commerce, you know, web developer, then dealt with a lot of developing the front ends and the user experience, trying to develop a lot, marry brick and mortar stores, their options in the late 90s or the early 2000s, back in the aughts, when we started talking about big bad R words like recession. And so a lot of companies were all trying to hurry up and get online, because as soon as you make a website, you just rake in the cash, right? So people who are learning that things like social media presence and the kinds of things that it takes to actually launch those. And so worked as a social media manager for quite a while. And then in working as in technology, kind of in many of the different facets of it, even had some spotted nursing. So I was working in healthcare for a number of years. So kind of got this really great, well-rounded vision of how to be able to take regular problems, apply technological solutions, make things a little bit more efficient. It's working introduction really into Lean and Six Sigma, process improvement, things like that. So have a lot of different ways that I kind of approach a lot of problems, and hopefully I can be able to bring that to the table.
Anthony, how does one of the big things for Papa is transparency and kind of helping city government, municipal government, kind of work through that and be a platform that's one of the reasons we exist, as one of the foundations of what we do. What is your experience with that, especially working in the city of Sequim?
Well, I now realize that my background is all blurred because now in the new home office,
You're involved.
I have my closet doors here behind me, and riddled across all of them, I've got Post-it notes and things that I have everywhere. So I tell you that because one of them in there states, when you make the process easy, transparency is a byproduct. So that's really what I think that this group can really do for a lot of the people in Sequim and for things. I'm excited to hear about your work with the county and with them over there as they are looking at their new AV system, finding ways to be able to easily connect, to easily get their message out. Me coming from the city, I'm, well, I don't want to speak personally or on behalf of the city, but personally, I'm very interested in finding, yes, that easy way, that easy connection to now get our message out to as many platforms as possible. And I'm sure that many other the IT managers in each of these jurisdictions are probably looking for that same thing. If you help us do this easier, so it takes less time for me to have to deal with, and it's a simple way for the people at home. Yes, all of us are doing Zoom calls, but not everybody likes sitting behind their computer. Not everybody likes trying to get it on their phone. But if I could just flip on the TV and be able to get caught up in what's happening, fantastic. And that's what I think that should be the cornerstone for all of these things that we're doing for all of the constituents. Easy makes things transparent.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else have any other questions for Anthony? I know I didn't really prep everybody this is happening, but I didn't, yeah.
Yes, there was a form he sent me and I kind of kept meaning to get back to it and that just never happened. Sorry, guys.
And that includes Brendan, you as well, if you have any questions. Darian?
No, I'm just excited to have more people coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming here and talking with us.
Yeah, I appreciate the enthusiasm and that's you made a really good case and I love to hear other individuals that are excited about other people being able to access information that local governments are putting out. It's a big thing for me and I appreciate that.
Right.
Awesome. There is no concrete kind of way that this all works, Anthony, at the moment. We've not really established that, but I think really it was, for me, it's, and I've joined another board and this is how it worked for me too. You go, you experience it. And then if you have questions, you go back and forth. And then I think maybe what we can do is I would like the whole board to be in the vote. So I think next week we'll just put it on the agenda. Like if you're still interested, obviously, we'll put it on the agenda and then have you come back to the meeting next week and then figure it out. So, okay, let me go back to the agenda because I'm lost. There we go. Did that work? Can you guys see? No, here we go, share. Okay, that really, I think, rounds up everything, unless anybody has any announcements. Item 14 on our agenda. I don't hear anything. Crickets. All right. Well, then for the good of the order, the fastest pop-up meeting probably in history at 21 minutes. I'm gonna bring this meeting to adjournment at 6:23. And thank you everybody for attending. And look forward to talking more about these things and have a good night.
Hey, real quick. Is
Oh,
there so we're doing this next week? Is that?
No,
we're doing it next month.
I think next month. I basically just decided let's have the meeting. People are here. I don't want to waste your time.
Great.
And I think we can try to figure out the 4PA thing over email. I don't
Sounds
see why
good.
we can't do that. And then I think though for Anthony, like we'll just work with him through email and then like figure out how that works next time in March.
Okay.
If that's
Well,
all right.
let me know if I can do anything to help during this month.
Yeah, I definitely will. Maybe one of the things that would be helpful is I could show you the programming stuff if I am away, which I am going to be away at the end of the month. And I don't know that every day I will be available to change things. Are you at all interested in like the daily maintenance part of it. It really is going in there and flipping a couple things.
I don't have to go into the station, do I?
No, I can set you up
Okay.
with a remote access. We use VNC.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
not
sure.
hard. It's just and I gotta like
I've done programming
set up
before.
the whole thing before. Yeah, I mean, you're not like unfamiliar with how channels
No.
do programming and everything. So I think I'm not asking you to like, hey, program a whole month. I just need I need somebody to be like, hey, I'm not going to be able to change Democracy Now! Today. Can you do that for me? So
Okay, sounds
yeah.
good.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll chat with you probably the next week or two about that. Then.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Because it's 6:25 now. We have wasted 2 more minutes on my record-breaking meeting. No, all good. Okay, thanks everybody, and I will stop sharing.
Thank
No.
you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night.
You too. Ah.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Silas, Anthony, thanks for coming. You guys
Thank
have a
you
great
all.
night. Darian, Maxwell, take care.
You too.
All right. Stop share.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.